Hi everybody, welcome to Tween Tuesday. I'm Miss Cindy. So as you may or may not remember, this Sunday, May 10th is Mother's Day. So if you are looking for a homemade DIY gift, this is the video for you. What we are going to make today, using ingredients found around your house hopefully, is a body scrub and also a lip scrub. Something that I'm hopeful mom, aunt, grandma, whoever is really going to appreciate. So if you want to make a very special gift for a very special person in your life, keep going, follow my recipe, let's see what happens. The first thing that we're going to make is a coconut body scrub. So for this you're going to need coconut oil, olive oil, a jar or container, sugar, and optionally an essential oil. If you don't have an essential oil, you can always use vanilla extract and make it like a vanilla scented body scrub. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our sugar and measure it out. You're gonna need approximately a 1/4 cup of sugar. You can make it a little bit more or a little bit less. This doesn't have to be very exact. Next up, we're gonna do a teaspoon of olive oil. And a couple of tablespoons of coconut oil. Make sure your coconut oil is at room temperature when you start doing it and nice and soft, because otherwise it gets hard and it is very difficult to work with. All right, good. Put that aside. Now we're going to go ahead and mix it carefully. I'm using a handy dandy popsicle stick for that. The reason that you want to use sugar in a body scrub instead of salt is because while they look the same to the naked eye, if you look at them under a microscope, you actually see that sugar is rounded, whereas salt is square, it's cubed. So when you scrub with a sugar scrub, you get a nice soft scrub where the balls kind of roll and then they dissolve. Whereas because the salt has jagged edges, it's just, it's a cube, it's got corners. So it's got kind of pointy edges and they're more likely to cause microscopic tears. So you want to save salt scrubs for something less delicate than your regular body. Maybe something like a foot scrub with salt would work really well. Nice and chunky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my essential oil. And I don't have it in a dropper, but you probably want to do about 10 to 15 drops. So I'm just going to go ahead and estimate it. That was probably a little bit more, and as you can see, it spilled a little bit as well. Now you can really play with this. If you want it kind of scrubbier, you can add a little bit more sugar. If you want it more lotiony with just like a little bit of scrubbing, you add a lot less sugar. That's fine. I actually would like it a little bit scrubbier, so I'm going to add more sugar. I'm going to add another 1/8 of a cup to mine, just because that's the way that I prefer it. Either way, this is going to leave mom or your aunt or your grandma or literally whoever you give this to. It's going to leave their skin nice and soft, and depending on what oil you use, smelling amazing. The one that I'm using is orange, but like I said before, a vanilla extract would also smell really good. You can also, if you're using vanilla extract, add a little bit of cinnamon. That'll give it a nice warm scent. It'll be kind of like, you're showering and then you come out and you smell like a cupcake. Who doesn't want to smell like a cupcake? All right, it's a little messy, so we're just gonna clean off the edges here. Move this to the side. And our first treat is done. Our body scrub is complete. Now all you're going to want to do is decorate the jar, maybe with a little bit of a ribbon or a tag or something like that, and then it's ready to go. Okay, so for this next Mother's Day treat, you're actually going to recognize a lot of the ingredients because they are the same ingredients from our coconut body scrub. We're going to need coconut oil, sugar, this time instead of olive oil, honey, and a small container to put it in. Now, I have this left over from my various other lotions and potions that I've been making, but you can use an old mint container or any old container that you've washed out really well and dried. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to add our coconut oil. We're adding 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm only adding a little bit at a time because, let me move this over, because it's very hard to gauge how much you're going to need for this. So you might end up with extra actually, but that's all right. Just kind of push that in there. There we go. And actually, it's probably better if you do it in a bigger container because the scrub doesn't need to be as portable as a lip balm would be, for example. Now we're going to take the same measurement of honey, which is about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Mine is actually overflowing a little bit because I really like it with honey. Honey is moisturizing. It has antibacterial properties. It has antioxidants. All right, now for the sugar, we're going to use 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. And I already have some in here. Again, like I mentioned before, you don't want to use salt for this. Your lips are very delicate and sensitive, and you want to use something that is going to be nice for mom and not, you know, really, really scratchy. The oil is going to coat her lips while she's scrubbing, and that'll make them nice and moisturized. The honey will also help moisturize, and then the sugar will scrub away at any dead skin. All right, I think that looks pretty good, but again, like the other one, I actually like a little bit more sugar, so I'm going to add maybe half of this 1/4 teaspoon, which is about 1/8 of a teaspoon. I would be a little bit more wary of adding essential oils to this. This is going to go, you know, on someone's mouth, so you want to make sure that it's safe, and essential oils are not always safe to have near your mouth, especially if you accidentally lick it off or swallow it. So I want to make sure that I'm sticking to ingredients that are completely edible. Additionally, some essential oils can irritate your skin if you are using it on a delicate body part like your lips. All right, this is nice and goopy, and it is all done. Covered up. Now I have my 2 Mother's Day treats: coconut oil body scrub and a nice honey lip scrub. All right, guys, that is it for the 2 scrubs. Hopefully, this is something that you'll be able to make at your house and give to somebody very special. You don't have to give it to just, you know, a mom. You can give it to somebody who is like a mom to you. You don't have to give it to just your mom. You can give it to your mom and then also grandma, or also an aunt, or also even just, you know, a friend of the family who's always been like a mother to you. Mother's Day is all about love and showing love. And this is one way that you can show love to somebody else. So, as usual, if you have made anything for Tween Tuesday or Cooking with Miss Cindy, I would love to see it. Or just drop me a line. I want to know how you're doing. I know you guys can see me, but I can't see you, so I'd love to know what you're up to. So make sure to email me at this address right here. And I will see you guys next Tween Tuesday. I hope everybody has an excellent Mother's Day this weekend. Bye!